It is raining in London today. Little drops of rain are falling from the sky. Tap, tap, tap. They land on the windows. They land on the rooftops. They land on the puddles in the street. And every time they land on a puddle, they make a little circle, a perfect little circle. Then another one, then another. Come and listen. Can you hear the rain? Tap, tap, tap. It is a very gentle sound, like the rain is knocking softly, saying hello to London. London is a very old city. It has seen a great many rainy days. The old buildings do not mind the rain. The red brick walls just get a little darker, a little shinier. They look very handsome in the rain. The streets are quiet this morning. Most people have stayed inside. The curtains in the houses are still drawn. Warm yellow light glows behind them. It looks very cozy from outside. Like each house is keeping a little secret warmth. On one street, there is a small boy. His name is George. He is 4 years old. He is standing at the window of his house. His nose is pressed against the glass. The glass is cold. He can feel it on the top of his nose. He watches a raindrop run down the outside of the window. It starts at the top. It runs down slowly. Then it meets another raindrop. And they run down together, faster now, all the way to the bottom. George follows them with his finger on the inside of the glass. He does this for a long time. His grandmother is in the kitchen. He can hear her moving about, the soft sound of a cupboard opening, the click of the kettle, the particular sound the kettle makes when the water inside starts to warm, a low, comfortable hum. George knows what comes after the kettle. Tea. His grandmother makes tea every morning. She has a brown teapot that is older than George's father. She says it makes better tea than any other pot in the world. George believes her. He leaves the window and pads into the kitchen in his socks. The kitchen floor is warm. His grandmother has a small rug in front of the cooker. The rug is red and a little faded. George stands on it. He can feel the warmth coming up through his socks. Good morning, his grandmother says. She does not look up from the teapot, but she smiles. George can tell even from behind. She has a particular way her shoulders go when she smiles. He has always known it. She pours the tea. The steam rises up slowly. It curls in the kitchen air. It smells warm and a little smoky and very much like morning. George breathes it in. His grandmother puts his cup on the table. Not tea for George, hot chocolate. She makes it with warm milk and a little cocoa and 1 small spoon of honey. He wraps both hands round the cup. It is just the right amount of warm. Not too hot, just enough to feel good all the way through his hands. They sit together at the kitchen table. The rain taps on the window above the sink. Tap, tap, tap. His grandmother looks out at the garden. The garden is very wet. The bird bath is full to the brim and overflowing a little. The roses are nodding their heads in the rain. A robin lands on the garden wall. It is very small and very round. Its red chest is bright, even in the grey morning light. It sits very still. It looks at the garden. It looks at the rain. It does not seem to mind either one. "Look," says George. His grandmother looks. They both watch the robin without speaking. It stays for a little while, then it is gone over the wall and away. After hot chocolate, George's grandmother suggests toast. George thinks this is an excellent idea. She puts 2 thick slices of bread in the toaster. George watches the toaster very carefully. This is important work. Someone must watch the toaster. When the toast jumps up, George jumps up too. He always does. Every single time. His grandmother laughs. George laughs too. She butters the toast while it is still hot. The butter melts quickly. It goes into all the little holes in the bread. She cuts each slice in half, corner to corner. 2 triangles. George always has triangles. Triangles are the correct shape for toast. This is something he knows for certain. He takes a bite. The toast is crispy on the outside, soft and warm in the middle. The butter is salty and good. He chews slowly and looks out at the rainy garden. The robin has come back. It is sitting in exactly the same spot on the wall, as if it never left. After breakfast, George goes to find his boots. They are by the front door, red boots with a small frog on the side of each one. He puts them on himself. It takes a little while to get the left one right, but he manages. He is getting very good at boots. His grandmother helps him with his coat. It is yellow, like a daffodil. She does up the buttons from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. She smooths down the collar. "There," she says. "Very smart." She puts on her own coat. Her coat is dark blue and long. She buttons it up too. She wraps a scarf around her neck. It is soft and green and smells like her wardrobe. George likes that smell. She opens the front door. The cold air comes in straight away, and the smell of the rain. That particular smell that rain makes on old London streets. Stone and earth and something clean and ancient. George takes a big breath of it. It goes all the way down into his chest. They step outside together. The rain is lighter now, just a soft drizzle. It lands on George's face in tiny drops. He looks up at the sky. The sky is pale grey and very close, like a soft ceiling over the whole city. George steps off the front step, straight into a puddle. Splash! He looks down at it. The water has gone up the side of his red boot. He looks up at his grandmother. She raises one eyebrow. He grins. He steps into it again. Splash! They walk down the street together. His grandmother holds his hand. Her hand is warm inside her glove. His hand is warm inside his. Their fingers hold each other through the wool. The street is very quiet, just the sound of the rain on the pavement and their footsteps, and the occasional car going past slowly, its tyres making a soft, wet sound on the road, like a long, slow shh. They pass the flower shop. The flowers are outside even in the rain, buckets and buckets of them, yellow and white and purple and deep red. Their petals have drops of water on them, each drop sitting perfectly still on the petal, round and clear like a tiny glass marble. George stops to look. He looks at one yellow flower very closely. There are 3 drops of water on it. He counts them. 1, 2, 3. His grandmother waits. She is good at waiting. They pass the bakery. Oh, the smell. Even in the rain, the smell comes out through the door. Warm bread and butter and something sweet. George slows down. He looks through the steamed up window. He can just see the shapes of loaves inside. Rows and rows of them, golden and round and good. Maybe on the way home, his grandmother says. George nods seriously. Yes, on the way home. This is agreed. They walk on, down toward the park. The park in the rain is a different place, quieter. The paths are dark and wet. The trees drip steadily, drop, drop, drop. From the very tips of their branches, each drop hanging for a moment, then letting go. The grass is very green, greener than usual. Rain does that to grass, makes it a deeper, richer green, like the colour has been turned up just slightly. They find their bench. It is a little wet. His grandmother takes a small cloth from her bag. She wipes the bench dry. She always has a small cloth. George does not know how. She just always does. They sit down. The park is almost empty. Just one man walking a dog in the distance. The dog has a red coat on. It bounces along the path, very pleased with everything. George watches the dog until it disappears around the bend in the path. Then he looks at the trees, then at the sky, then at the puddle on the path in front of him. The rain is making circles in it still. Small, perfect circles, appearing and disappearing, one after another, after another. He could watch this for a very long time, and he does. His grandmother hums something quietly beside him, a tune without words, low and soft. It mixes with the sound of the rain, and the dripping trees, and the distant sound of London going about its day. George leans against her arm. She is solid and warm, even through the coats. He rests his head on her sleeve. She keeps humming. The rain keeps falling. The circles keep appearing in the puddle, one after another, on and on. After a while, they walk back. past the green park, past the dripping trees, past the flower shop and the drops of water sitting perfectly on the yellow petals, and into the bakery. The warmth inside the bakery is extraordinary. It wraps around George immediately, like stepping into something kind. The smell is even better inside. His grandmother buys a small loaf and 2 biscuits, one for George, one for her. They walk home in the rain. George holds the paper bag. It is warm in his hands. He can feel the warmth of the bread through the paper. He holds it carefully. Back inside, his grandmother helps him off with his coat. 4 buttons. 3, 2, 1. His boots go back by the door. The frog on the left one is a little muddy. George looks at it. His grandmother looks at it. Neither of them says anything. He goes back to the window in his socks again. The rain is still falling outside. Tap, tap, tap. The puddles are still there, still making their little circles. His grandmother brings him his biscuit on a small plate. He takes it and turns back to the window. He takes a bite. It is sweet and crumbly and very, very good. Outside, the robin is back on the garden wall, sitting in the rain as if it is the most natural thing in the world. Its red chest is bright. Its small black eye looks at the garden. George looks at the robin. The robin does not look back, but that is all right. The rain falls on London, on the rooftops and the pavements and the puddles and the roses in the garden, on the park benches and the flower buckets and the bakery window, on the old red brick walls that have seen so many rainy days, on everything, gently all afternoon. And inside, a small boy in socks stands at a warm window, eating a biscuit, watching a robin, listening to the rain, tap, tap, tap. And somewhere in the kitchen, a kettle is beginning to hum again, and the smell of tea is moving slowly through the warm house. And the afternoon is soft and grey and full of good things. And London is doing what London has always done on rainy days, carrying on quietly, kindly, with a robin on the wall and circles in the puddles and warmth behind every curtained window, on and on, through the soft grey afternoon, through the gentle rain, through the very old, very kind, very rainy city, still tapping, still warm, still going.